Alex sat on the edge of his bed and stared at the empty space on his desk. Every night since Emily moved, that desk lamp did not feel the same. He remembered how they spent hours side by side, drawing pictures of new worlds and planning summer adventures. Now the papers lay still, and the chair beside him sat empty. His heart felt heavy. He missed her laughter and the easy way they talked about dreams. He did not know why she had to move so far, but he felt a long, quiet ache inside. He tried to reach out. The first week he wrote a long letter, folding each crease carefully. He drew a small sun and wrote, "I hope you are safe and happy." He mailed it and waited. Days passed. He imagined Emily reading his words by a window. In her new home, pictured her smile when she saw the sun he drew, but no reply came.
No.
His hope began to fade. He wondered if she had lost his letter, or if she simply forgot him in the rush of a new life. At school, Alex sat through lessons with his mind elsewhere. He listened to the teacher but thought of Emily climbing the hill behind his house. Missed the way she cheered him on when he felt shy. He missed her calm voice telling him that everything would be all right. He felt a deep emptiness. He tried to join his friends at lunch, but he could not laugh at their jokes. He carried Emily's absence like a quiet shadow. One evening, Alex looked at his phone and saw her name in his contacts. He tapped it, but his finger froze over the call button. What would he say? "Hi, I miss you. Please come back." Too simple and too hard at once. He closed his eyes and breathed. He told himself that real friends find a way, even when the distance is great. He tried again to type a message. "How are you?" He erased it. The words felt empty. He did not know how to begin. That night, Alex walked to the hill where he and Emily had watched sunsets. Cool air brushed his face, and the sky glowed pink. He closed his eyes and remembered her hand in his. In that moment, he felt something shift. He remembered that hope can be like the sun, rise low, bright, and patient. He decided then that he would not give up. He would find a way to bridge the distance, even if it meant sending more letters, more messages, or learning the art of patience. The next morning, Alex gathered his sketchbook, the same one he and Emily shared. He filled a page with drawings of the two of them walking under a starry sky, holding a small lantern between them. He drew their laughter as swirling light, and he wrote at the bottom, "Our friendship guides me." He took a photo with his phone and sent it in a message. "I sketched this for us. Hope you like it." His heart pounded as he pressed send. He watched the screen, waiting, and tried not to feel afraid. Days passed again. Alex kept busy with school and chores, but each free moment he looked at his phone. He imagined Emily seeing his drawing and feeling the same spark he felt. He promised himself he would keep trying until he heard from her. Even if answers came slowly, even if words were simple, he would not let silence win. He believed that human hope could cross oceans and time zones, that it could travel in small lines of text or in shared memories. Late one evening, as Alex sat under his desk lamp, his phone buzzed. His heart skipped a beat. He picked it up and saw Emily's name on the screen with a message. "I love it. Thank you." His chest filled with warmth. He knew this was just the first step. They still had miles between them. But in that moment, he felt human strength, the power to keep going, to reach out, to hope. And he smiled, ready for what would come next. Alex woke before dawn. The sky outside his window was still dark, and the air was cool. He felt both excited and nervous. Last night, Emily had sent him a longer reply. She told him she liked his drawing and missed their talks. He asked him to tell more about his life. Alex had fallen asleep with his phone in his hand, smiling at the small text on the screen. Now, as he watched the sky lighten, he thought of the long day ahead, filled with school, chores, and one special moment. Their first video call. He dressed quickly and ate breakfast while thinking of what to say. He worried about his small bedroom and messy desk. What if Emily saw dust on his shelves? What if he sounded too shy? He took a deep breath and reminded himself, humans can learn and grow. He tapped his phone and typed, "Can we meet on video call tonight? I want to see your face." He pressed send before he changed his mind. At school, Alex found it hard to focus. In math class, he solved problems, but his mind drifted to Emily. In history class, he thought of her new home and wondered what it looked like. He imagined snow on her sidewalk or tall buildings nearby. He drew tiny sketches of a window, with falling snow in his notebook margins. He felt a warm glow in his chest. Even far away, Emily was here with him. All day he waited for her reply. He glanced at his phone in every free moment. Finally, during lunch, his phone buzzed. Emily had said yes. She was excited too, she wrote, that she would clean her room and find her favorite mug for the call. Alex laughed softly. He sent a thumbs-up emoji. Then he closed his eyes and whispered, "We can do this." After school, Alex helped his mother with groceries. He chopped vegetables for dinner and set the table. He moved chairs to face a small desk in his room where his laptop sat. He wiped the dust off the lamp and straightened his sketchbooks. He practiced a few lines of what he might say. "I miss you. I'm glad you're safe. I drew another picture for you." He smiled at his own nervous voice. He felt proud that he cared so much. Evening came. The sun set in a soft red glow. Alex's room was lit by a single lamp. He sat in front of his laptop, his heart beating fast. At exactly 7, the screen pinged and Emily's face appeared. She wore a bright sweater and sat in a tidy room with a glowing lamp behind her. Alex saw her smile and he felt tears of joy. They waved awkwardly at first. Then Alex found his words. Said, "Hi, I missed you." Emily's smile grew wider. She said, "I missed you too." And just like that, the years and miles fell away. They talked about their day. Alex showed her his vegetables for dinner and introduced her to his cat, Milo, who pawed at the screen. Emily laughed and told Alex about her new school and her new friend, Sarah. The words felt simple, but they meant everything. After a few minutes, Alex opened the sketchbook to a blank page. He held it up to the camera and drew slowly a small rocket flying over a blue planet. Emily watched, her eyes shining. When he finished, he held the book up so she could see the picture for our next adventure, he said. Emily clapped and nodded. "Next time, I'll draw too." Alex's heart lifted. He felt human strength in their shared dream of exploring new worlds. The call lasted an hour, but it felt like only a moment. When they said goodnight, Alex closed his laptop and lay back in his chair. He breathed deeply. He had reconnected with Emily in a way he never thought possible. He learned that even distance could not stop hope. He thought of all the future calls, the sketches, the small plans they would make together. He believed that humans could reach each other across any void, that friendship and hope were stronger than silence. As he turned off the lamp and crawled into bed, Alex whispered into the darkness, "We are never truly apart." And in that quiet room, he fell asleep with a smile, ready for tomorrow's spark of human joy and the promise of another shared sunrise. Alex woke with the sunrise and felt a small thrill in his chest. Yesterday's video call had been full of smiles and stories, but today he wanted something more. He wanted to send Emily a piece of his everyday life, something she could hold in her hands. He dressed quickly, grabbed his sketchbook and a sturdy cardboard box, and stepped outside. The air was cool, the sky pale blue, inhaled deeply and smiled. Humans could turn simple moments into bridges across oceans. He carried that thought as he walked toward the little shop at the corner. Inside the small stationery store, Alex ran his fingers along rows of colorful envelopes and patterned paper. He chose a plain white card and an envelope stamped with tiny gold stars. He picked a sheet of heavy brown paper for wrapping, then added string ribbon in a bright shade of green. The shopkeeper smiled when Alex paid and said, "Something special?" Alex nodded. "It's a gift for a friend," he said. As he left, the paper bag felt full of promise in his hands. At home, Alex cleared space on his desk. He laid out his sketchbook, scissors, tape, and the sheets of paper. He flipped through old photos of him and Emily side by side on that hill where they watched sunsets. He cut a small print of one photo, a snapshot of their two faces lit by golden light, and placed it gently in the box. Then he opened his sketchbook to a fresh page and drew a new picture, a tiny lantern glowing in the dark, with two silhouettes reaching toward each other. Under the drawing he wrote, "You light my world." The letters were simple, but they held his warmest hope. Next, Alex added more small treasures. He pressed a wildflower he had found on the hill and let its soft petals lie flat between two sheets of wax paper. He wrapped it carefully and tucked it into the box. He chose a smooth pebble from his collection gray oval, a token of the earth he walked every day. He wrote a short letter on the card. "Dear Emily, I miss you more than words can say. I hope these small things remind you of our days under the sky. I carry our memories with me every moment. I believe that hope can cross any distance. Friend Alex." He folded the letter and slipped it into the envelope, then sealed it with a bit of ribbon. He placed the envelope on top of the photo, drawing flower and pebble. He tied the green string around the brown paper, making a neat bow. When he looked at the finished package, his chest swelled with pride. He felt human strength in every fold of paper and every brush stroke of his pen. This was his way to say, "I care, I remember, I hope." The next morning, Alex carried the package to the post office. He watched the clerk weigh it, stick bright stamps on the corner, and slide it into a bin marked International Mail. As he left, he imagined Emily finding it in her mailbox, opening the ribbon and discovering each treasure. He pictured her smile when she saw the lantern drawing. He felt a bloom of joy like dawn breaking across the sea. Back home Alex went, about his day with a light heart. He did his chores, went to school, and shared laughs with his friends at lunchtime. But between classes, he paused to breathe in hope. He told himself that humans were masters of connection, that one small box could carry 1,000 words of warmth. At night, before bed, he texted Emily, "Did you get my gift?" He pressed send and braced himself. He reminded himself that patience was part of hope. Days passed slowly. Alex checked his phone at every chance, but nothing came. He felt the old ache creep back for a moment. Then he caught sight of his lantern drawing taped to the wall above his desk. He traced its lines with his finger and remembered Emily's laughter on the video call. He took a deep breath and whispered, "I can wait." He opened a new page in his sketchbook and began a fresh drawing, two hands reaching through starlight. That night, he fell asleep thinking of more ideas for their next exchange. One bright afternoon, Alex saw a message pop up. "Your package arrived yesterday. Thank you so much. I love everything." His heart leaped. He opened the message and saw soon a photo of Emily's desk, the lantern drawing set on display, the pebble by her mug. She wrote, "I will press flowers too and send them soon." Alex smiled until his cheeks ached, replied, "I can't wait to see them." That evening, Alex placed a new package on his desk. He pressed a fresh flower in his sketchbook, chose a small seashell from his collection, and scribbled another letter. He folded the pages and tied them with silver ribbon. As he sealed the box, he thought of human hope shining like stars across the sky. He believed that no distance could dim it. He whispered to the quiet room, "Our friendship will always find a way." And under his desk lamp, Alex felt the simple power of being human, creative, caring, and full of hope. Alex woke before the sun and felt a gentle stir in his heart. Yesterday's video call and packages had brought them closer, but today he wanted something new. He thought of a way to share his world with Emily. He would make a short film of his everyday life, showing her the places he loved and the small moments she missed. He believed that human creativity could bridge any distance. He grabbed his phone and walked outside. The air was cool and fresh. He filmed the old oak tree where he and Emily carved their initials, the quiet playground swing that creaked in the wind, and the mural on the school wall they painted together. He spoke softly into the camera, describing each spot. "This tree holds our secret talks," he said. "This swing waits for your laughter." His voice trembled with hope. Back in his room, Alex spread out his footage on the floor. He watched each clip and smiled at the memories. Then he opened a simple editing app. He cut the long pauses, added titles in clean handwriting, and set a soft tune under his words. He worked slowly, wanting the film to feel honest. He learned that humans could invent new tools and learn new skills just to reach the people they loved. When he finished, the film was 10 minutes long, but when he tried to send it, his phone warned that the file was too large. Alex felt his chest tighten. He stared at the screen and remembered Emily's message. "I can't wait to see your world." He took a deep breath. He would not give up. He searched online and found a free compression app. He installed it, followed simple steps, and watched. The file shrank. Now, the video was small enough to share. But when he tapped send, the upload froze at 50%. He frowned. He closed the app and tried again. Still it stalled. He looked at his room and saw the sketches he taped to the wall, proof of his patience and care. He reminded himself, humans keep trying until they succeed. He switched to a different file-sharing site and uploaded the video there within minutes. He had a link. He copied it into a message. "Here is my film of our favorite places. I hope it makes you feel like you're here with me." He pressed send and sat back. His heart pounded as he imagined Emily watching every frame. He believed that hope could travel in pixels and lines of code, that human spirit could light screens, as well as lanterns. Later that evening, his phone buzzed. Emily had replied, "I loved it. It felt like I was walking beside you. You did an amazing job." She sent her own link, a film of her new town. In her video, she showed the tall buildings, the warm kitchen where she baked with her new friend, and a busy street market full of color. She spoke in a soft voice. "This is my world now." Alex watched, wide-eyed. As he saw her smile on screen, Alex felt a surge of joy. They had both made films to share their lives. He realized that humans could build worlds out of simple tools and share them across oceans. He typed back, "I feel closer to you now. Let's make a monthly film for each other." Emily's reply came quickly. "Yes, let's do it." Alex nodded at the empty chair beside his desk, imagining her sitting there again. Over the next weeks, Alex and Emily created their first digital diary together. They exchanged small clips of sunrises and new discoveries. Alex filmed his dog chasing shadows, and Emily showed off her favorite bookshop. They gave each other little challenges. Alex tried baking cookies and recorded the result. Emily attempted to draw Alex's oak tree. Each film ended with a message. Until next time. One afternoon, Alex realized how far they had come. They sat under the oak tree, phone in hand, watching Emily's latest clip. He saw her studying a map of constellations and heard her whisper, "I wish I could share this night sky with you." Alex smiled through tears. He felt human hope reach through screens and screens only. He whispered, "Someday I will." That evening, Alex prepared another video. He filmed himself folding a paper plane and sending it into the wind. He laughed as it spiraled away. He spoke softly, "This plane carries my hope to you." Then he closed the camera and sent the link. As he pressed send, he believed that human ingenuity and hope would guide them back together, one frame at a time. Alex woke to a quiet morning. His desk lamp lit his sketchbook. He felt a wave of loneliness. Emily had moved to a new city 2 weeks ago. He missed her calm voice and her bright eyes. He remembered their laughs and long talks. He wished he could hear her laughter again. He did not know how to reach her heart. He picked up his phone and scrolled through old messages, photos of their day at the park, a silly selfie under a tree. He tapped on her picture and stared. He typed a short note, "I miss you," but he erased it. The words felt too simple. He wanted to share more than those 2 words. He wanted to show her all the care and hope he held in his heart. Then an idea came. Alex loved music. He remembered how Emily had sung along to his ukulele. He thought he could write a song for her. He smiled at the thought of her face. A song could carry his voice across the miles. It could share his feelings without long words. He felt a spark of hope. He believed that humans could create music to heal distance and loneliness. Alex found his old notebook and wrote a few lines of lyrics. He wrote about the sun rising over their hill, the soft breeze that felt like her touch, and the star they once wished on together. He wrote slowly, choosing simple words that felt true. He read each line aloud. It felt his heart lift as he shaped the poem. It felt like a small bridge to her. He needed music to go with his words. Alex remembered the guitar in his closet. He had bought it years ago but never learned to play. He opened the case and tuned the strings by ear. His fingers felt awkward at first, but he pressed on. He learned 3 chords that matched his melody. His practice felt clumsy and slow, but he felt human strength in every note he played. Each afternoon after school, Alex practiced his song. He played alone in his room. He sang softly to himself. The notes improved with each day. He taped his practice on his phone. He worked late into the night until the melody sounded clear. On the 5th day, he felt ready. He believed that a human song, made with hope and care, could cross the space between hearts. Alex recorded his final version in a quiet room, placed his phone on a stack of books, and pressed record. He sang each line with warmth and hope. His voice trembled when he reached the chorus, but he held steady. When the final chord faded, he stopped the recording. He listened back and smiled. The song was simple, but it felt honest and bright, like a hand reaching through the dark. He uploaded the file to a music sharing site and copied the link. He hesitated, then wrote a message. "I made this song for you. I hope it brings you home." He sent the message and link. His heart pounded. He felt a mix of fear and hope. But he reminded himself that hope was a human gift. Even a small song could show love across any distance. Days passed, with no reply. Alex kept busy with chores and schoolwork. He helped his mother cook dinner and fed the dog. He chatted with friends about video games. But in quiet moments, his mind returned to Emily. He wondered if she had heard the song. He worried she might be too busy. Then he caught sight of his guitar leaning in the corner. He picked it up, began to play, and felt the familiar chords ease his worry. That evening, Alex's phone buzzed. A new message from Emily arrived. His hands shook as he opened it. She wrote, "I hear your song every day. It makes me smile and cry. I love it." Beneath her words was a voice note. Alex played it and heard Emily's soft singing. She had learned the song. She sang the melody in her own voice and ended with, "Thank you for bringing me home, Alex." Alex felt tears on his cheeks. He whispered to himself, "We are together again." He texted, "Your singing fills my heart." He pressed send and closed his eyes. In the quiet room, he felt the power of human hope. A song had carried his feelings across the miles. It had built a new bridge between them. They were apart in space, but close in spirit. That night, Alex fell asleep with his guitar by his side. He dreamed of a duet with Emily under starlight. He believed that humans could invent ways to connect, no matter the distance. He smiled in his dreams and whispered, "I will always find you." Tomorrow, he would write back and plan their next duet. And in the dark, his hope shone like a lantern, guiding his heart toward the friend he cared about so deeply. Alex woke early that morning and felt a weight in his chest. He had spent the night thinking of Emily. Their blog had started 2 weeks ago, but so far only he had written entries. He missed her daily voice and the way she described small things in her new city. He wanted to find another way to reconnect. He believed that human creativity and hope could build bridges where silence grew. He sat at his desk and stared at the blank screen. He needed a name for their shared space and a place to share their lives. At first, he thought he could just send messages, but he wanted something more, something Emily could visit any time and leave a note. He remembered the websites he had seen. He decided to make an online journal. He did not know how to code, but he believed humans could learn any skill if they tried hard enough. He searched online for free site builders on his laptop, typed how to make a blog into a search bar, and watched tutorial videos. By step, he learned how to pick a design, choose a soft color palette, and add new pages. He spent the afternoon following simple instructions and fixing small mistakes. When he saw a web page with his name and 2 hearts journal at the top, he felt a rush of pride. He believed that humans could invent tools and learn to connect across any divide. He clicked New Post and stared at the blank text box, his finger hovering over the keys. He thought of the sunrise that morning, how the sky had turned soft pink and gold. He wrote about the quiet park where they once walked, the gentle song of birds, and how the cold air felt warm with hope. He added a photo he had taken that day of the old oak tree they both loved. Then he pressed publish and held his breath, imagining Emily reading his words. For a moment, he felt the weighting grow heavy in his chest. He shared the link in a short message to Emily. "I made this for us." He tapped send and watched the screen. Then he opened the blog dashboard. 0 views. He sighed and felt the old ache return. He wondered if Emily was too busy or if she had not seen his post. But then he remembered that hope was patient. He told himself that humans could wait and try again with more care. That evening, Alex sat again at his desk and wrote a second entry. This time he shared a simple sketch of the lamp, his ukulele, and the little notebook they both used. He wrote a short note about how each object reminded him of Emily and their plans for the future. He pressed publish and watched the page update. He believed that human hope could cross oceans in small acts of sharing, that each story written was a step closer to each other's heart. The next morning, Alex checked his phone before even getting out of bed. His heart raced when he saw one view on the dashboard. He held his breath and clicked to see where the view came from.
The city.
Name matched Emily's new home. He stared at the number and felt a burst of joy spread through his chest. Even a single view felt like a victory. He smiled and believed again that hope could travel through lines of code and connect distant souls. That afternoon, Alex sat under the oak tree and opened his email. He saw a new message from the blog. His fingers trembled as he clicked the link. On the screen was a new entry. It was from Emily. She had posted a photo of her new window showing rain-soaked rooftops and glowing streetlights. She wrote about the small joys she found each day and how reading his words made her feel closer. Alex felt tears in his eyes. He felt the power of human hope joining them across the sky. He read Emily's words slowly, savoring each line. She thanked him for the sketch and wrote more about her plans to plant flowers in her new home. She even included a short poem of her own, simple and bright. Alex felt a warm light fill his chest as he read. He wrote a reply under her entry. "I love your poem about rain and flowers. I will plant flowers too. Our stories grow together." He pressed post comment and let out a quiet laugh. He knew they had found a new way to stay close. That night, Alex lay in bed and thought of the blog. He believed that humans had the power to create tools, share stories, and plant seeds of hope across any distance. He pictured Emily in her room, looking at the same moon through her new window and typing under its glow. He felt a bright spark of human unity that shone between them. He whispered to the dark room, "We will never be apart." Then he closed his eyes and fell asleep with a smile, ready for tomorrow's entry and the promise of another connection. Alex woke before breakfast and felt a gentle ache in his chest. He thought of Emily and how their shared memories felt both warm and distant. He stood by his window and saw the old oak tree beyond the yard. An idea came to him. He would send Emily something living, a small piece of home that could grow and remind her of their friendship. He believed that humans could turn small seeds into forests of hope. He slipped on his coat and walked out to the oak tree. The morning air was cool, and leaves rustled softly overhead. He knelt by the roots and gathered a handful of acorns, each one smooth and firm. He remembered how he and Emily once counted their acorns and imagined they would grow tall enough to touch the sky. As he held the acorns in his hand, he felt the old spark of human creativity, finding a new way to reach someone he cared about. Back in his room, Alex spread the acorns on a clean cloth. He washed each one gently under the tap and let them dry on a paper towel. Then he wrote a simple note on a small card. "Dear Emily, these acorns are from our oak tree. Plant them when you can and watch them grow. Let them remind you of our friendship and hope." He folded the note carefully and placed it on top of the acorns. He wrapped the acorns and note in a small box, tucking in a layer of soft paper for protection. He tied the box with a bright ribbon and sealed it with tape. His heart fluttered as he imagined Emily opening it and finding the seeds inside. Believed that even a tiny acorn could carry his care and hope across continents and time zones. At the post office, the clerk weighed the box and stamped it international. Alex handed over his address to his quiet oak tree and Emily's, to her new home. As he left, he watched the box disappear into the mail chute. He walked home with a light step, feeling proud that humans could use nature itself to send messages of friendship. Over the next days, Alex went about his usual routine. He finished his homework, practiced his song, and wrote another blog entry. But each free moment, he thought of the acorns and Emily. He checked his phone often, hoping for a sign that the package arrived. Sometimes doubt crept in. He worried the acorns might be lost, or that Emily was too busy. Then he remembered how far they had come. Letters, calls, drawings, songs, films, and a blog. He told himself that hope was patient. One afternoon, while Alex sat at his desk sketching, his phone buzzed. He opened it with shaking hands. A message. From Emily read, "Your package arrived today. Thank you for the acorns." Attached was a photo of a small pot on her windowsill. With one acorn cracked open and a tiny green sprout pushing through the shell, Alex felt a warm rush in his chest. He read her words again. "I planted one acorn already," it reminded me. "Of you. I will watch it grow under my window." Alex smiled until his cheeks hurt. He felt human hope shining through that single green sprout. He tapped his reply. "I'm so happy it arrived safe. Planted one here too, under our oak. I'll send you a picture soon." That evening, Alex snapped a photo of the acorn he had planted. He mailed the picture to Emily and watched as a smile spread across his face. They shared their seedlings across screens. He believed that humans could grow forests of friendship and hope, even when miles lay between them. Before bed, Alex lay in the dark and thought of the tiny trees they would raise together. He whispered to the quiet room, "We will grow together, no matter the distance." And in that moment, he felt the true power of being human, to hope, to create, and to connect, one small seed at a time. Alex woke to sunlight spilling through his curtains. He stretched and smiled, thinking of Emily. Their blog and video calls had helped, and the acorns were sprouting. Today, Alex wanted something new. He decided to send Emily a set of postcards. He believed that humans could make small images carry big feelings across the world. He gathered his favorite photos. The old oak tree glowing at sunrise, the rusted swing in the empty playground, the mural they had painted at school, and a photo of his smiling dog, Milo. He copied each image onto his laptop and found a local print shop online. He chose a simple design, a blank back for writing, and a glossy front for the pictures. He hit order and set the printer to deliver for clean, colorful postcards to his home. When the postcards arrived 2 days later, Alex felt a rush of excitement. He held the stack and turned them over. On each back, he drew a small symbol, a lantern, a star, a paper plane, and a tiny leaf. Under each drawing, he wrote a short note. "Remember our sunrise? I miss your laughter here. Let this plane carry my hope. May this leaf remind you of home." He used simple words but poured all his care into every line. 8. Believed that humans could send hope in the smallest of packages. That afternoon, Alex walked to the mailbox with his postcards in hand. The sky was pale blue, and birds chirped softly. He dropped the cards into the slot and closed the door. As he walked home, he imagined Emily finding them in her mailbox. He pictured her surprise when she saw his dog Milo and how the paper plane might make her smile. His heart felt light. He knew that humans could build bridges of paper and ink. Over the next week, Alex kept busy. He practiced his song again and added a new blog entry about finding joy in small moments. Each time he passed the mailbox, he paused and wondered if any mail had come back. He told himself that hope was patient. He believed that rivers of mail would flow in time. One evening, just as the sun set, Alex heard the ping of an email. He opened it and saw a photo attachment. His eyes widened. It was a postcard to Millie's reply. On the front was a bright street scene from her new city. colorful market stalls and string lights above a narrow alley. Out on the back in her neat handwriting, she had drawn 4 tiny symbols matching his: a lantern, a star, a paper plane, and a leaf. Under each, she wrote, "Yes, I remember. I laugh every day, thanks to you. My plane flies to you now. This leaf grows on my windowsill." Alex felt warmth flood his chest. He read and reread her words. He felt the power of human hope crossing oceans on simple cards. He typed back, "Your photos make me feel there with you. Thank you." He pressed send and put the postcard image on his wall. The next morning, Alex pinned both sets of postcards on a string. Above his desk, the cards fluttered in the breeze from the open window. He looked at the images and felt close to Emily again. He believed that humans could turn ordinary paper into threads of friendship. That night, Alex lay in bed and thought of their postcards. He whispered into the darkness, "We are never apart." He smiled, knowing that human hope could travel on wind and light. In the quiet room, he felt a simple truth. Even when friends move far away, human creativity and care can always bring them home. Alex woke before dawn. His room was still dark and quiet. He lay in bed, feeling the old ache in his chest. It had been 3 days since Emily's last message. He missed her calm voice and her bright smile. He rolled out of bed and sat at his desk. He stared at the small lamp that he had turned on during all his late-night calls. He wished he could hear her laughter again. He did not know how to reach her heart this time, but he believed that human hope and creativity could build a bridge across any distance. At breakfast, Alex scrolled his phone again. No new messages, no notes on their blog, no photos. He sighed and pushed his cereal aside. He thought of all the ways they had reconnected before. Letters, drawings, songs, small boxes of gifts, video calls, and shared films. Each had brought them closer for a moment. Now the silence felt heavy, felt sad, but he also felt a spark of determination. Humans did not give up when things got hard. He told himself that he could find another way to reach Emily's heart. Later that morning, Alex walked to the park where he and Emily once sat under the stars. He looked up at the pale sky and remembered their old habit of watching meteors. A thought came to him. A meteor shower would make a perfect chance to reconnect. He pulled out his phone and searched for meteor shower tonight. His eyes lit up when he saw the news. A clear shower would peak at 9 o'clock in Emily's time zone. He smiled. He believed that humans could use the sky itself to send messages of hope. Back home, Alex downloaded a simple star map app, tapped through its menus, and learned how to mark constellations. He found the pattern they had once called the two friends stars, a small group of bright points near the edge of the sky. He tapped to highlight them and added a label, "Watch here at 9." He felt a thrill of human ingenuity. With just an app, he could guide Emily's eyes to the same stars. He took a screenshot of the map and opened his drawing notebook. Alex sketched the star map on a clean page. He drew tiny circles for the bright stars and dotted lines to connect them. At the top, he wrote in neat letters, "Let's watch the meteor shower together." At the bottom, he added a short note, "I miss you, Em. Look at this spot at 9 p.m. Send me a picture." He smiled as he tied the page with a ribbon. Then he emailed it to Emily, attaching the screenshot and the sketch. He hit send and watched the little icon spin. His heart pounded with hope. That evening, Alex paced his room until 8:30. He set his phone on a small tripod by the window and called Emily. At exactly 9, the screen lit up with her smiling face. She wore a warm sweater and held her own phone out to the window. Alex pointed to his sky, said, "Look up here." She tilted her screen toward the ceiling sky, showing him bright points of light. He guided her with his sketch. "See the 3 close stars? Just above."